Welcome to the second part of the tutorial where we explore Gemini Canvas for document creation. Apart from Ask Gemini, there are quick actions that you may find useful for making changes to your text. The first quick action is change length. This is great if you need to quickly expand on a section with more detail or shrink it down into a punchy summary. Let's say we want to change the length for our text. I'm clicking on this button and then I need to choose the length that I would like for my new text. Let's say I want it to be longer than the current one, and let's wait for the changes. And Gemini has expanded this text. You see that it highlighted the new text in blue color here. Let's come back to the quick action buttons. And the second one is for changing tone. So in case if you want to sound more professional or on the other hand a bit more chatty, this is the button that would help you to switch the vibe of your writing with literally just one click. Let's select change tone and I can go from formal to very formal or casual and very casual. Frankly, I'm good with the current tone for the text, but for instance, let's make it a bit more formal for the purpose of this demo. We see that Gemini has changed almost the entire text fragment here. I would prefer to return to the previous version, but I think you got the idea of what this change tone option can do. So I'm returning to the previous version of the document. And lastly, there is also a function to suggest edits. This is like having a writing body. Gemini will give you feedback and show you ways to make your writing better without changing your original text right away. Let's try this function as well. All right, great. We see that Gemini has included some changes with the information about the reason for that change. If I'm good with all those changes, I can apply them all. If you don't like a suggestion from Gemini and you would like to return to the previous version of the document, you can tell this to Gemini directly here in the chat. Cool. So let's click on apply for the remaining suggestions so that we can keep them in the new version of the document. All right, let's continue the demo. And as the next step here, I want to create some visuals to show you the multimodal capabilities of Gemini. We will have a dedicated section on visual content creation later in the course. So for now, I'll just type a very short, straightforward prompt. And let me press enter to see the results. And here is the first image. Amazing that Gemini even included the product name here on one side of the mattress. Gemini also tells me that it can only generate one image at a time. It is asking me if I would like to go ahead with the company logo. Gemini is getting very good at including texts inside the images. And let's ask for several visuals for features. Great. And you see why it is important to create images in this same chat where we created the original text. Gemini uses the context from the previous conversations to create the image. You see that it took information about 3-degree angle, even though this angle looks a bit larger to me, but that's fine. We can adjust this through iterations working on this image. It also included the mattress name here. Let's create the fourth image. That's awesome. You see that in the description we have the information that this feature creates a clean air dome over the sleepers, and that's exactly what we see here on the picture. Amazing. And let's check the text. Optimal humidity, air quality. Yeah, and the text is correct. I don't see any mistakes here. All right, let's finish this tutorial before it becomes too long. We will continue working with this text and images in our next video.